were halfway done with the deliveries, some of the other reindeer started to sneeze. And by the time Santa's sack was empty, all the reindeer had gotten sick. Santa decided to find a place for them to rest before they headed back to the North Pole. They landed right in the middle of a train yard. All the engines gathered around to see Santa. Santa hopped down from his sleigh. He felt something at his feet.
Oh dear.
Santa?
This is Jimmy's present. It must have fallen out of my sack. How will I ever get this deliverance when my reindeer are sick?
Well, Santa asked the shiny new engine for help, but the shiny engine had a broken wheel, so he couldn't go. Then, next Santa asked a big strong engine to help him, but that engine was already full with an important load to deliver, so he couldn't help Santa either. Oh, suddenly, Santa heard a very small voice say, "I think I can do it, Santa." The voice came from a little blue engine. "I'm not real fast, Santa, but I think I can get you to Timmy's house before Christmas. Can my clown friend come along too?" And she wanted to know. I think we can do this together. So Santa and the clown climbed aboard the little blue engine, and off they went. I think they came up to the top of the mountain and all the way down to the other side. Well, at last they reached Timmy's house.
You did it, little blue engine.
Right, Santa? But Santa took one look at Timmy's house, and he wondered how he was ever going to get on top of the roof.
I guess we will have to climb up by myself. I think I can.
Said Santa. So up he went with the jolly clown right after him. Santa made it to the top, but he was too tired to climb down the chimney. "Oh, let me, begged the clown.
Okay, just this once.
Said Santa. So the clown quickly delivered Timmy's present, and he was back up the chimney in a jiffy. As soon as the present was delivered, they headed back over the mountain again. By the time the sun rose on Christmas morning, the reindeer were feeling much better. Santa was back at the North Pole, and the little blue engine and the clown were back at the train yard. Well, Timmy was just waking up to find his present under the tree. Who wants to know what Timmy got? Well, let's open the box and see.
Morgan.
Can I have a helper? Can you open the box for us? It was his own little blue engine, and it was the very best Christmas ever. The end. First, his grandmother did not want to knit white mittens because if he dropped
My daughter and my granddaughter,
tired from tunneling along, discovered the mitten and burrowed himself inside. It was cozy and warm and just the right size, so he decided to stay.
Oh, rabbit.
Came hopping by. He stopped and he saw the mitten and he wiggled in too. Didn't think that there was room for two, but when he saw the rabbit's big kickers, oh, he moved over. Came next, and he decided to move and warm himself.
The mole and the rabbit
were bumped all around, and when they saw the prickles on the hedgehog, oh, they decided not to argue with him.
A big owl.
He heard all the commotion, and he swooped down on the mitten. The owl decided to move in too.
The mole, the rabbit, and the hedgehog
Grumbled, but when they saw the owl's sharp claws, they quickly let him in.
A badger
Appeared in the snow. He eyed the mitten and began to climb in.
The mole, the rabbit, the hedgehog, the owl
Said there was no room left. But when they saw his diggers, they gave the badger room in the thumb of the mitten. Was trotting by, and he stopped to investigate the mitten. The fox poked his muzzle in. When
The mole, the rabbit, the hedgehog, the owl, the badger.
saw his shiny teeth, they gave him lots of room.
A great bear.
Was next. He began to nose his way into the mitten. The animals were packed in as tight as can be. But who is going to argue with a bear? Well, along came who wiggled on top of the great bear's nose. This tickled the bear, who gave an enormous sneeze. Achoo! And the force of that sneeze shot the mitten up in the sky and scattered the animals in all the directions. On his way home, Nicky saw the white shape in the distance. It was his lost mitten in the sky. As he ran to catch it, he saw his grandmother's face. First, she looked to see if he was safe and sound, and then she saw that he still had his snow white mittens.
Yay.
The end.
Yay! Yay!
Wasn't it? Well, our last story tonight is about something that goes on the very top of a Christmas tree. And I'm wondering if somebody knows what it might be. It's bright and shiny, yes?
Star.
That's right! It's a star. Well, here is our story of Danny's Christmas star. It was Christmas Eve. Danny and his parents were decorating the Christmas tree, and oh, it looked beautiful. Danny's father said,
Now you may put the star on top. Climb up on my shoulders so you can reach.
well, Danny lifted the star from its box, but he dropped it and the star was broken. Oh no, now what will we do? The star is broken and all the stores are closed, cried Danny. His mother tried to calm him. Well, why don't you make the star? Here are some scissors and some paper, said the mother. Well, Danny sat at the kitchen table and he made the most beautiful star. He ran to the living room to show his family,
Now get up on my shoulders.
said his dad. And with that, Danny hung the star on top of the tree. Well, later that night, Danny left some milk and cookies for Santa. Danny hung up his stocking and he left some paper and a pencil just in case Santa wanted to leave them a note. Well, it was Danny's bedtime and his parents told him, the sooner you go to sleep, the sooner you'll wake up and see what Santa brought. In the morning, Danny and his parents opened their stockings and they marched into the living room to find their gifts. Danny got a brand new sled. Then he noticed that the milk and the cookies were gone, and there was a note from Santa. It said,
Dear Danny, thank you for the milk and cookies. I like your new star. See you next year. Love, Santa.
Danny looked up to the star on top of the tree and said, Merry Christmas, star! The star sparkled as if to say,
Merry Christmas to you too.
the end.
Yay!
Well, thank you for joining us this evening.
Bye, guys. And good holidays.
Can she tell that that tree is talking? Can she tell that tree is talking? Yeah, her blue suede boots. I heard he doesn't know how to do this stuff, so.
Hey guys, I'm getting pretty tired. I think I'm going to take a little nap. So I'll be sure to wake up in time for the 7 o'clock story time.
Bruce knows how to shut down.
Where's Bruce at? Where's he hiding?
I think he's under the, isn't he in the tree? Hey, John. Pay no attention to the man behind the column.